Go, 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 go. I'm covered in blood.
Heard something. No, no, don't come this way. Don't come this way. No!
One of them eats humans. Is that a bow and arrow?
I think they're pointing bow and arrow.
He's not looking friendly.
There is a sign for a missing child right here before you even get inside the forest.
Water triangle.
The Bridgewater Triangle.
Holy no.
No?
The first clip comes from Mo Sargi, a creator who lives for the edge, exploring abandoned properties, chilling midnight investigations, and encounters that constantly divide his audience. Some believe every moment he captures is real. Others insist it's pure acting, but that's exactly what makes Mo's work so gripping. You can never quite tell. On September 3rd, 2022, Mo posted a video from his own land that quickly went viral. The setup sounds simple: fixing an abandoned house, planning future rentals, joking with his brother as usual. But watch closely. Something in the air that night felt off. What starts as casual repair work slowly turns into a tense overnight stakeout. And by the time the sun sets, the tension has a heartbeat of its own.
They caught me and I came right here, and then things happened after they left, and I came back at like midnight. I spent 2 hours just waiting around to see if this homeless guy, because we believe it's a homeless guy that's been coming around here, and he dresses as like a clown figure. So he attacked me last night. It was really scary, and it was probably the scariest moments of my life. Like, you could hear the fear in my voice. I literally thought I was gonna get burned alive. This guy had a flamethrower, and it was just one of those moments that I don't ever want to relive. So I'm back here today, and I got Mo with me.
They arrived to check vandalism, graffiti, missing tools, random junk left behind. The crew sets up cameras and sends a drone to sweep the forest. You can almost feel the stillness tighten. Then the drone catches it. A red tent near their campfire, a tent they never set up. A crude wooden sign reads, "Steve's house." Around it, stolen chairs from Mo's site. That's when it hits them. Someone's living on Mo's property. Mo turns to the camera, his tone shifting. He'd stayed up until 2 a.m. the previous night because a strange man, believed to be homeless and dressed like a clown, had been trespassing. He says plainly, "That man almost burned me alive last night." Trust me, that line changes everything.
Let's see what it is. Steve's house, F-U-C-K, and he's also got F-off written on another sign on the bottom.
Do you see him?
I don't see
anybody?
him. I'm looking around. I don't see him anywhere. Holy shit.
Bro, dude, we gotta go check it out. You wanna go check it out?
I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there now.
Especially after last night, man.
I mean, we'll
It's a
go,
psycho,
but we got to
man.
be on our guard, bro. This guy's dangerous. He tried to kill me last night. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you serious,
Yeah,
man?
let's
No,
do it.
no. Really, bro?
Call
No,
the
no.
drone back. Yeah, dude, we're going 100%.
Armed with a bat and a dagger, flashlights slicing through the darkness, Mo and his friend creep toward the trees. They find the tent. Inside, a clown doll, scattered objects, and signs of someone clearly living there. Then movement. A figure in a mask darting between shadows. The drone feed cuts out. The woods explode with sound. Snapping branches, frantic shouts. Footsteps closing in. One of the crew runs back to the house while Mo climbs into the attic, trying to get a view from above. Listen closely. You can hear their breathing, shaky and uneven. This is the moment the fear becomes real. They realize they're not chasing some random mystery. They're being hunted.
Oh, fuck. Where's Mo? Steve's looking at his tent. I can't zoom in any more than that. What's he wearing? Is that like a rain suit? Where'd he go? Shit. Okay, this is serious now. Where is he? Is he sitting? He's sitting on my chair. He really is living out here on my property rent-free. This guy's literally living on my property rent-free. What's he doing? Where the hell is Mo? What do you think? Shit. Oh, no. Here's something. No, don't come this way. No! Who is this guy? Fuck, I accidentally tripped a fucking tree. Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind this tree. Who is this idiot? Oh, he's got the icon mask on. No. Get the Mo! Oh, shit. Mo! Oh, Where's Mo? Mo went down to the creek. Mo! Oh God. Maybe Mo's back in the car. Oh, shit. I think Mo might be in the house.
Things spiral fast. The masked man, later identified as Steve, starts chasing them through the trees. Panic kicks in. They try to flee, stumbling through brush and mud, lights swinging wildly. You can almost feel the chaos through the camera. Trust me, this part is intense. The man keeps gaining ground, shouting from the darkness. Mo yells for everyone to fall back to the house. They burst through the door, barricading it with furniture. For a few terrifying seconds, you can hear banging, something or someone right outside. The team hides in silence, waiting, hearts pounding. Eventually, the noise fades, and the forest goes dead quiet, but the damage is done. Now they know Steve isn't just lurking out there, he's hunting them.
Wait. You must look at my truck. Oh, shit. He saw me. No. Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna get up to the attic. I'm gonna go to the attic. Okay. Shit. He's in the house. He's in the house. Shit, turn off my flashlight. Shit, come on, turn it off. Let go. If you can't find me in here, it'll be fine.
By morning, the fear has settled into cold disbelief. The crew inspects the site again. The tent, the graffiti, the footprints. The evidence is real. Mo ends the video promising to keep tracking Steve, and he does. Over the next weeks, he posts multiple follow-up episodes, each one diving deeper into who Steve might be, revisiting the tent, catching new footage, and even hearing strange noises near the same spot. The audience stayed split. Half believed Mo was documenting a genuine threat. The other half insisted it was staged for views. But the story didn't end here. Mo kept following Steve's trail, and the deeper he went, the stranger it got. If you want to judge for yourself, watch Mo's original upload and the follow-up videos he posted after that night. And if these edge of night investigations are what keep you coming back, hit that subscribe button. We'll keep tracing that thin line between reality and performance until the truth finally shows itself. But remember, this was just the first chapter, because next, we're heading deep into the wild with Mike Corey, the fearless adventurer behind Fearless and Far. His story takes us far from Mo's haunted property and straight into the wilderness of Tanzania, where survival itself becomes the challenge. Two men, two worlds, one facing human unpredictability, the other battling nature at its rawest. So stay tuned. What's coming next will take everything you've just seen and turn it up a notch. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. The next clip comes from Mike Corey, the man behind the YouTube channel Fearless and Far, a channel dedicated to chasing discomfort, exploring danger, and uncovering the most extreme corners of our planet. His videos are cinematic, raw, and often deeply unsettling. On March 8th, 2021, Mike uploaded this remarkable journey, a video that has since gathered over 17 million views and captivated audiences around the world with its raw depiction of of Life on the Edge. Trust me, this one went viral for a reason. In this episode, he travels deep into the heart of Africa, to the wild forests of northern Tanzania, home to the Hadza tribe, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies on Earth. At first, everything feels calm, the colors warm, the laughter light. You can almost feel the serenity through the screen, the kind of peace that makes you forget how quickly nature can turn. But hold on, this adventure, it's about to change that. What starts as a cultural exploration soon turns into something far more intense, a journey that tests every instinct of survival. Watch closely.
I traveled the world to make myself uncomfortable and to fight my fears and to learn and grow as a person. And if you're ready, let's continue.
We're in northern Tanzania, near the banks of Lake Eyasi. It's home to the Hadzabe tribe, one of the last groups of true hunter-gatherers on the planet. They speak Hadzane, a language that uses clicks. Today, I'll be joining the tribe for a 2-day hunt for baboons. And they call me Kuku, which means friend.
Okay.
Mike joins the Hadza for a 2-day hunting trip. The tribe moves quietly through the bush, armed with handmade bows, arrows tipped with poison, and followed by a pack of wild dogs that seem born to hunt. The air is dry, the sun relentless, and the silence unnerving. Then suddenly, a sharp whistle cuts through the air. You can almost hear it pierce the tension. The dogs sense something. In seconds, the calm dissolves into chaos. Barking, shouting, movement everywhere. Trust me, this part is intense. Mike struggles to keep up, his camera shaking as the Hadza sprint into the forest. You can almost feel the dirt under his boots, the heat, the adrenaline. They've found their first prey, a young kudu, and what follows is raw, primal, and brutally real. For Mike, this isn't just a documentary anymore. It's survival, unfolding right before his eyes.
This is exciting. Okay. We found something? Maybe? It's a massive baobab tree. I heard the Hadza people sometimes go pray to them for rain. I guess anything's on the menu. Whatever we find, it could be a bat, it could be a bird, obviously.
Everything we come across, they hunt.
Is potential food for us.
Yeah.
When the kudu is finally brought down, the tribe celebrates. They light a fire, smoke drifts through the dry air, and the atmosphere shifts. A strange mix of joy and ritual. Mike watches as they honor their kill, using every part of the animal. Skin, meat, even organs, each with its own meaning. But something about the scene feels ancient, almost haunting. The sound of the dogs chewing, the smell of blood and smoke, the chanting, it's sensory overload. You can almost smell the fire, feel the heat. Then one of the hunters turns toward him, covered in dust and sweat, smiling faintly. The moment feels both human and terrifying. And that's when Mike realizes he's just witnessed a way of life most people could never imagine.
Holy shit. We got something.
The next morning, the real danger begins. They set out again, this time to raid a baboon camp hidden deep among the cliffs. The Hadza move fast, their dogs running ahead, barking wildly. Mike's breathing grows heavier as the chase unfolds. The camera jerks, branches slash across his arms, thorns tear his skin. Watch closely, things escalate fast. The dogs charge into the rocks, and then chaos, screams, growls, and the sharp echo of battle. He catches glimpses, fur, dust, a wounded dog crying out, and for a moment you can hear Mike's own panic. Breathless, confused, almost afraid. He's bleeding, exhausted, surrounded by primal violence that feels both natural and horrifying. And just like that, the baboons vanish into the trees. The hunt is over, but the forest still feels alive.
The next morning we find out we'll be beginning from a different location. And two of the guys, they want a lift. Wake and bake, I guess.
We are now on our way to wage war on the baboons. As the Hadzabe put it yesterday during our hunting, my bucket list is long, and I've been fortunate to do a lot in my life. But raiding a baboon camp was not on that list.
We're near the cliffs where the baboons live.
They say the bees over there. There's bees. Yeah.
Like honeybees.
I gave Sokolo, the chief, my GoPro again. And a second later, the dogs hear a sound. It's time.
This is exciting. Holy shit. Go, 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 go.
Spikes me. I'm covered in blood. I'm completely out of breath. I think we found him. Oh, God.
Didn't know if they found them or not, but the guys are pointing to one of the dogs who has a big bite out of its back. Oh, damn it. I feel bad for him. This is a war. But we domesticated the dog 10,000 years ago. Probably somewhere right around here, and this is the job dogs have been doing for this entire time until about 50 years ago when we decided to crossbreed them into pugs and things. It's the way it's always been. Is that the way it always should be? I can't answer that question. As a traveler, I just come here and I witness and I try not to make judgments. I'd love to know what your thoughts are, though, as well. I'd love to know your thoughts as well as on hunting. Hunting is one of those things that I think there is two sides of the story and we don't talk about it enough. So in the comments, let's start a conversation.
In the silence that follows, Mike looks around, the tribe tending to their injured dogs, the forest returning to that strange stillness once again. He speaks softly, almost to himself, reflecting on what he's just witnessed. It wasn't just a hunt, it was a window into humanity's past, a world where people live face to face with their primal instincts. The Hadza live this way every single day, but for Mike, it was something else entirely, an experience that changed how he views danger itself. The baboons escaped that day, but the memory left a scar that won't fade. And as the forest falls silent once more, the only sound left is the whisper of wind moving through the trees after a long, chaotic day. Mike pauses to reflect. This wasn't just an adventure, but a powerful reminder that strangeness and danger don't only exist in the dark or in abandoned cities. They live within people, in how they survive, in how they face the wild world around them. Not every story is meant to make you feel safe. Some are meant to remind you that when humans live beyond the limits of civilization, they reveal another face of truth, one you can't easily forget. But as we leave Mike behind, our next journey pulls us somewhere else entirely, to another explorer, Dara. Mike faced a tribe living as humanity once did, but Dara's path leads him to something even more mysterious, a tribe said to exist completely cut off from the modern world. a place where outsiders aren't welcome, and curiosity might be the last thing you feel before danger finds you. So before we dive into that story, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tell us in the comments which story got under your skin more: Mike's raw encounter with the Hadza, or Mo's terrifying brush with the unknown on his own land. Because what's coming next is darker, deeper, and far more disturbing. This clip comes from Dara, a creator known for documentary-grade production, cinematic, tightly edited, and shot with the kind of polish you'd expect from a mini-documentary. His videos blur the line between pulse-racing adventure and anthropological fieldwork. On August 29, 2025, Dara posted this one from deep in Papua, a short film that went viral, amassing over 8 million views and reigniting the oldest, darkest human fears. In this episode, he crosses a river and steps onto an island said to host dozens of ancient tribes. One of those tribes carries a reputation so extreme, it makes the hair on your neck stand up, whispers that they have eaten humans. At first, the scene is almost surreal. Bright trees, primitive tools glinting in sunlight. But watch closely, that calm is brittle. Trust me, what follows will make you rethink what remote really means.
Lads, there we see them. There they are, there they are, there they are, there they are. Oh my God, Right, you ready, you ready? Across this river is an island with hundreds of ancient tribes. One of them eats humans. Is that a bow and arrow?
I think they're pointing bow and arrow.
He's not looking friendly. I'm about to make contact and live with one of the last remaining cannibal tribes on Earth.
They arrive to find vandalism and signs of recent life. A red tent, chairs taken from Dara's camp, graffiti that marks someone's presence. The team approaches slowly. Their guide Demi, one of the few who has survived contact, moves ahead with a cautious confidence. You can almost feel the air thicken. Dara offers gifts, salt, tobacco, gestures meant to bargain for safety. At first, the tribe recoils. Then curiosity takes over. Men with bone-tipped spears stand by, watching. A single misstep could flip hospitality into violence. When one of the elders accepts tobacco, you sense a fragile permission has been granted. But that permission is conditional, and the rules here are old and absolute. Watch closely. This is the line between welcome and warning.
Demi, they're scary.
I'm sorry I had to take you here.
Do they normally not accept people?
Here, not really guaranteed.
This is Demi, our guide, who'll be joining us, and one of the only people to have survived making contact with the Bauzi tribe.
Last week, 11 people are killed, and that now tourists cannot go there. No one knows.
They killed him.
This is a life and death. Expect to be killed.
Do you want to do it? Maybe you should do it.
It's okay. You try again.
Right behind the tree, so I think this is the chief again. I'm not sure. Okay, they're interested now.
In order for us to get our confession, we would first need to make contact.
Hello? Hello?
And we would either be accepted,
hello,
or we could be killed.
Oh my God, those bows and arrows. Please don't point them.
Give us all again.
Okay.
Now they are allowed deeper. Food is offered, but the context is grim. The tribe is low on meat, and their rules about who eats and when are strict. Dara sits and eats with the group. The chief takes the first piece, then signals permission. The meal is humble, sagu glue and foraged insects, and Dara swallows his discomfort because refusal would be disrespect. There's a moment that chills him. The tribe speaks about how they fattened the young and about rites that sound like threats if not properly understood. Demi pulls Dara aside and reveals more. One elder, the father of the chief, is the man they suspect of having practiced cannibalism. The confession Dara seeks won't be volunteered. To get answers, he must live by the tribe's rules, eat their food, follow their hunts, submit to their rituals. Trust me, the intimacy of that dinner is far more unsettling than any staged scare.
In order for us to get our confession, we would first need to make friends with the tribe and find out which one of them is the cannibal.
We're going into the jungle with the tribe? This is so weird. I don't know what to do now that we're actually here.
Demi, our guide, told us that the tribe wanted to share some of their food with us and that we shouldn't refuse.
Whoa. This is cooked so well. Demi, we're back to, oh my gosh.
He said, I feed him because he's still young. It means when he grew up, they kill him. That's what he tells him.
Oh yeah? Good. So they'll kill him for some reason. Why would they kill the camera guy?
Because what he said, if they kill me.
This is the first time we had heard the tribe sounding violent, and we weren't sure if it was a joke or a threat.
Day 2 becomes a test. Hunger sharpens the tribe. Dara is handed a machete and marched into the bush. For hours they track and wait. A flash in the river, the glint of something alive, and the hunt erupts. Dogs and men corner prey, and what follows is raw, efficient, and animalistic. You can almost feel the adrenaline. Dara carrying the carcass on his back, the weight and the shame of proving his loyalty. That act changes the tribe's atmosphere toward them. For a moment, acceptance seems real. But acceptance here is transactional and fragile. At camp, they are fed worms and gloop, small rituals meant to bind them to the group. You see them perform tribal customs while Dara continually measures each smile and each silence. The deeper he goes, the less he's merely filming. He's surviving by obedience. Watch closely. This is where curiosity becomes a survival strategy.
Waking up on day 2 came with a serious shock for us.
How many people are in his tribe?
Maybe 1,000 or
1,000?
yeah, around. Yeah.
Holy crap.
We were actually surrounded by way more tribespeople than we ever could have imagined.
Where are the rest of them?
On seeing this, Jack introduced himself to as many of the tribe as he could to show we were friendly. As Demi reported that the tribe seemed to be accepting us.
So they're going to allow us to stay for now? Yeah. And that's like they're not going to do anything to us, you don't think? Daddy has to have a discussion on whether we're going to be safe. It's pretty scary.
We didn't know what the tribe wanted from us, but all we knew is that in order to survive and to find out which of them has been eating people, we would have to do everything they asked of us.
To survive for today or tomorrow in these coming days, we must make sure we follow them. If they ask us to build a house, just do it. They don't like you, they will kill you. It's very easily.
Okay, so our survival depends on us literally just doing everything they do and what they say. Yes!
Yeah, this is a glue food. Often people survive with this for 3 months.
Which we all thought was a pile of glue.
This looks so weird. So this is what the tree turns into.
After having witnessed the conditions it was made in, I didn't want to eat this. But refusing to eat their food could be seen as disrespectful. I had no other choice.
Not very nice. Look. Moves.
The chief ordered the group to go hunting, and we were instructed to take part.
Okay.
As we left camp, the mood was tense. It was clear everyone was hungry. We finally saw something.
Something is reflecting. They think they see a crocodile. I can see it moving. It's moving, it's moving. Wow, there it is, there it is.
He's getting something ready, it looks like.
Hawk is going around a spear. He's about to throw a spear at us. Get ready.
As you can imagine, hunting crocodiles is extremely difficult.
I see the eyes, I see the eyes, yeah.
Any sudden movement could scare the creature, causing it to flee and ruining our chances. We would only get one shot.
Did you get it? That was vicious.
By day 3, the tension had hardened into a new kind of reality. The crew was tolerated, but not safe, at least not in the way we usually understand safety. Dara had tasted their food, joined their hunts, and been invited into their fragile circle of trust. He learned who the suspect elder was, carried the pig himself, and earned a thin layer of acceptance within the tribe. But the confession he came for remained out of reach, wrapped in silence, taboo, and an unspoken code that no outsider could easily break.
As we headed into the 3rd day of camp, it was clear tensions were rising.
What did you think? What do you think of that, Michael?
We're just 6 hours deep and I don't even know where we are.
As after our unsuccessful trip yesterday, the tribe weren't happy with us.
They've kind of just left us here, as if we're not really important to anyone. One or two of them are looking at us. Yeah. That's weird. Quite fun. Okay. Good fun, really. The tribe have invited me to go hunting with them right over on the other side of the river. I don't know what we're hunting, but I've been handed a machete and I'm just going to do whatever I can do. And I kind of don't know what's going on right now, to be honest.
It's okay, our sake, we catch something.
Okay. Here we are.
The dogs had found something.
Holy crap, the dogs are on top of it. The dogs are on top of it. Oh my God.
The dogs had cornered the pig.
The dogs have absolutely ripped them apart. That's terrible.
The tribe were celebrating. They had found their food for tonight, and we were just glad it wasn't us.
These dogs are scary. They were cute-looking dogs a while ago. Now they look like snarling beasts. This is insane. This is insane. Oh my God. I have a feeling like that is a good omen that they caught a pig with us within an hour. That's crazy.
Brother, I think you are good luck.
Don't exactly know how I feel about that, but I think it's a good sign.
They began to tie up the pig, ready to be carried to the boat.
I can't believe what I just saw.
You are the eyewitness of the way the Bauchi tribe go hunting.
Yeah.
This is when I saw an opportunity to gain their trust.
Can I help carry or something? Oh my God.
But I had no idea.
This episode doesn't end the story. It opens another one. What they filmed captured more than custom or danger. It revealed a culture that guards its deepest truths with quiet, unwavering pride. The camera never looked away, even when Dara crossed the invisible line between observer and participant. And that's where the real weight of the story lies. The moment when you stop being a guest and start becoming part of what you came to document. If you want to see it through your own eyes, watch Dara's original upload and his extended cut. And if these edge of reality investigations are why you're here, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling us what you think he uncovered, because we'll keep walking that thin line between anthropology and the unknown until the truth finally steps forward. But this wasn't the end of the journey. It was only the beginning, because next we're heading somewhere far from the savannah and deep into Japan, to a place where the air itself feels haunted. The Aokigahara Forest, a sea of trees at the foot of Mount Fuji, where adventurer Josh decided to begin his next chapter. A place that would soon remind him some truths are better left undiscovered. This next story takes us to one of the most infamous places on Earth, Japan's Aokigahara Forest. The man behind this exploration is Josh, the leader of his adventure crew, and the kind of creator who doesn't just chase adrenaline, he chases the truth that hides behind fear itself. Originally uploaded on July 13th, 2025, the video quickly sparked massive attention online, reaching hundreds of thousands of views and igniting heated discussions about what really happened that night. Josh's channel is known for pushing boundaries, haunted sites, forbidden zones, and real moments of psychological pressure. But this trip, this was different. It was supposed to be a documentary-style exploration, a look into the eerie silence of Aokigahara, the sea of trees at the base of Mount Fuji. Yet, what Josh and his team captured that night would leave them questioning what was real and what followed them out. Deep at the base of Mount Fuji lies Aokigahara. Its name comes from the way the dense canopy sways like ocean waves in the wind, creating a living carpet that stretches for miles. But this isn't just a forest. It's a place steeped in shadow. Centuries ago, it was linked to legends of yurei, restless spirits from Japanese folklore, condemned to wander between worlds. Over time, Aokigahara became known for something much darker. The forest's silence is unnerving. Volcanic rock absorbs sound, GPS barely works, and trails vanish without warning, making it dangerously easy to get lost. Today, Aokigahara stands as both a natural wonder and a symbol of Japan's unspoken struggles, a place where beauty and tragedy collide in the quietest of ways. Watch closely, because this story doesn't just show the darkness of a forest, it shows how that darkness looks back at you.
What is up, guys? We are here right now in Japan, in Japan's most haunted forest called Aokigahara Forest. In today's video, we're not going on an in-depth look on why this forest is so haunted, but rather show the forest for what its true self is. A beautiful forest that's right surrounded by Mount Fuji. That's what this place is. And look at the parking lot. We're full of people. It's not all about, I want this video to show you the realism of what this forest actually is, and not what Hollywood gave it, not what Logan Paul gave it, and not what anyone else does for it. Now, the forest itself has its haunted elements. We all know what happened. We know what's going on. We're not gonna defuse it and say it's not happening. But there's just so much more to the place, and that's what I want to say. Now, right off the bat, I will say this too. There is a sign for a missing child right here before you even get inside the forest. And obviously that's insane and that's kind of scary and crazy, but I will say this. I did do a deep dive on her case, and she did go missing, and she did, but it wasn't here.
Before you even enter the forest, there's a warning. A missing child poster taped to a signpost at the entrance. Her name, her face, frozen in time. Josh pauses. He researched her case. She didn't go missing here, but the poster remains, a silent guardian at the edge of something ancient. The parking lot is full. Families, hikers, tourists with ice cream cones. This is the side of Aokigahara the world doesn't talk about. The side that's alive, bustling, normal. But Josh isn't here for the gift shops or the guided trails. He's here for the real forest, the one beyond the ropes. As he steps onto the path, the air shifts, the chatter fades, sunlight filters through the canopy in fractured beams, and the forest begins to close in around him. There's a camera mounted near the entrance, monitoring cars, monitoring people, making sure no one stays too long. Josh glances back once, then he keeps walking, and what he doesn't know is that the forest has started watching him too.
The most haunted forest. And look, we have a whole freaking area to go inside to see a cave. The reason why the forest is so dense like this is because of Mount Fuji. It erupted, the volcano erupted, and this is all lava rock. It just caused this craziness where the trees and everything just grew over this thousands and thousands of years. And that's how it created this form. The reason why the forest gets so quiet is because as you get deeper in, those lava rocks absorb all the sound. And that's why it feels like it's weird and things can go wrong. It also is why your service can kind of, mess up because of the rocks, because of Mount Fuji. It causes the signal on your phone to mess up. That's all real stuff. I've never even done this before. Let's see how deep this goes.
The forest changes quickly. At first it's peaceful, birds chirping, wind rustling through moss-covered trees. The path is clear, marked by signs pointing toward ice caves and scenic overlooks. Josh explores one, a wind cave carved into ancient lava rock, cold enough to freeze your breath mid-sentence. Centuries ago, locals used it as a natural refrigerator, breeding silkworms in its depths. But this isn't why he's here. He returns to the trail and keeps going, and then, without warning, he crosses a line. There's a sign, graffiti covered, faded. It points deeper into the forest, away from the tourists, away from the safety of marked paths. Beyond this point, there are no more trails, just trees, just silence. Josh steps past it, and everything changes. The birdsong stops, the wind dies. His phone loses signal completely. The ground beneath him is no longer dirt. It's a labyrinth of twisted roots and volcanic rock, sharp and unforgiving. One wrong step, and you sink. One misstep and you're lost. The forest doesn't chase you, it waits. Josh notices something else. Thin orange ribbons tied to branches. Someone else has been here. Someone who needed to mark their way back. He follows them deeper. The trees grow denser. The light dims. Spider webs stretch across his path like invisible barriers. And then he sees it. A tent collapsed, half buried in leaves.
This side brings you to the true experience of just exploring without the tourists. You come to this side. That's if you just want to go for a hike or whatever. It starts here. I am chugging an entire Gatorade before we get in there. You just don't know what's going to happen. Wish us luck. Obviously, there's a lot of tension here. There's a lot of politicalness here that covers this and that and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to film here, what to respect, what to do. I get it. But you have to understand, and everyone should know, is like, people are here every day. People camp here all the time. Japanese do as well. So it's really cool. I want to show you the experience of how just things really are here. To this trail. Can something happen to you there? Or is there anything haunted here? I don't know. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Why is it that right here is bad? What we're going to do from this point on, since we crossed, is explore and just... That's your echo? Nah. No, that wasn't my echo. I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to explore, and we're just going to give you our take on what we're seeing and what do you guys see, like how do you guys feel, what do we feel, and just go through it. But we're still walking, and it can get deep. It can get pretty crazy. You know, you can get lost here.
Josh approaches slowly. The tent is old, weathered. Inside there are burnt pages, a journal torn and scorched, fake flowers scattered on the ground, a Baskin-Robbins birthday cake box, crumpled and empty, 2 phone chargers melted by fire, a black scarf, firewood stacked carefully, enough to last for days. Someone was here, someone stayed. Josh picks up one of the burnt pages. The handwriting is in Japanese. He photographs it, hoping to translate it later. Was this a goodbye, a memorial, or something else entirely? The forest doesn't answer. He presses on, following the ribbons deeper still. The terrain becomes hostile. Jagged lava formations rise like broken teeth. Josh stumbles, his foot sinking into a gap between roots. He catches himself, barely, and then he finds more. A black sweater, discarded in the undergrowth, an old soda can, rusted beyond recognition. Strips of tape, remnants of someone's attempt to mark a path, and then a string. A long, deliberate line tied between trees, leading somewhere Josh can't see. He follows it. His breathing is louder now. The silence presses in. Every shadow feels like movement. Every creak of a branch feels like a presence. And then, in the distance, a shape, dark, motionless. Josh freezes. It could be a rock. It could be something else. He moves closer, heart pounding, flashlight cutting through the gloom, and it's a rock, just a rock. But the unease doesn't leave, because now Josh realizes something. He's been walking for 4 hours. The sun is sinking, and he's deeper in Aokigahara than most people will ever go. Deeper than the guides. Deeper than the tourists. Out here there are no rules, no paths, no safety. Just you and the forest, and the things it remembers.
Right? What's in here? Yeah, the whole tent's tipped over. They were burning something in the tent. That's like books, or there's burned pages over there. See, there's burned pages, like a journal. Right here. Someone's journal they were burning, see? This whole thing was burned. And what else is strange is... this is a battery charger. So why is that burned? Now, people do, like I said, people do camp and hang out here, but this could be something, you know, sad. This is a Baskets and Robbins birthday cake. That was a birthday cake. So there's flowers over there. There was a birthday cake. And it looks like they were burning someone's journal. Now, I don't know. This is like a scarf. Yeah, it's a scarf. Now, here's the thing. Let's say this was a crime scene. Let's just say that was a crime scene.
Josh turns back, retracing his steps using the ribbons and tape. The forest seems different now, heavier, as if it's watching him leave. He moves quickly, carefully, his eyes scanning for the way out. The spiders are relentless, the rocks unforgiving. Every step could be his last if he's not careful. The stories about Aokigahara are real, but they're not the whole truth. Yes, this is a place of tragedy. Yes, people have come here to disappear, but it's also a place of silence, of beauty, of nature reclaiming what humanity leaves behind. The forest doesn't haunt you with ghosts, it haunts you with questions. What did Josh find in that tent? Whose birthday was being celebrated with that cake? Who needed all that firewood? And why were their journals burned to ash? Josh emerges from the trees as the last light fades. The parking lot is nearly empty now. The camera above the entrance continues its silent watch. He looks back one more time. Aokigahara stands still, quiet, waiting. Some places don't need to scream to terrify you. They just need to remind you that you're small, that you're temporary, and that some mysteries were never meant to be solved. Some stories aren't meant to make you feel safe. They're meant to remind you that the world still holds places we don't fully understand, places where the line between the living and the lost is thinner than we'd like to admit. If this story left you uneasy, good. That means you're paying attention. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below. Would you ever walk into Aokigahara? Subscribe and turn on notifications, because next time we're going somewhere even darker. And remember, the forest doesn't chase you, it waits. But while Josh and his team left Aokigahara behind, the shadows never really stayed in Japan, because thousands of miles away, across the ocean, in the quiet woods of Massachusetts, another story was waiting to be told. A story that would blur the line between legend and reality, and push another explorer, Steve Ronan, to the edge of what the human mind can handle. The next story comes from Steve Ronan, the man behind the Steve Ronan YouTube channel, known for exploring the world's most haunted and forbidden places. In 8 September 2025, Steve set out to investigate a location that every news outlet and paranormal community had been buzzing about: the Bridgewater Triangle in southeastern Massachusetts, a place so infamous that even official maps refuse to define its borders, stretching across 200 square miles of dense forest, swamps, and twisting back roads connecting Abington, Freetown, and Rehoboth. This so-called American Bermuda Triangle has a history steeped in blood and whispers. For centuries, locals have spoken of lights racing between trees, footsteps circling empty campsites, and shadows that vanish when approached. But Steve didn't go there for stories. He went there to find out what was real. Watch closely, because what they captured might change how you see the world around you.
There's a place in southeastern Massachusetts where the line between legend and reality begins to blur. It's not marked by any official map, but locals have known about it for generations. An invisible triangle connecting the towns of Abington, Freetown, and Rehoboth, covering around 200 miles of dense forests, swampy wetlands, and forgotten back roads. Today, people call it the Bridgewater Triangle. That's when the strange stories began. As the centuries passed, people started reporting things that couldn't be explained. That's what makes the Bridgewater Triangle so unsettling. Not just the stories, but how many of them there are. How they span centuries, how they overlap, and how even today, they keep pulling people back here, searching for answers.
Their first destination, Assonet Ledge, deep within Freetown State Forest, a cliff wrapped in legends of cult rituals, ghostly apparitions, and disappearances that police still can't explain. As daylight began to fade, the forest seemed to shift around them. GPS failed, trails changed, the silence grew heavy, like the trees themselves were watching, Then came the encounter, a lone dog in the middle of the trail, unmoving, until it lunged. Steve and his friend John barely escaped on a scooter built for one, racing through the dark as growls echoed behind them. Reviewing the footage later, Steve whispered, "It felt like the forest didn't want us there." Believe me, the video proves it, but they kept going.
I think this might save us tonight.
Said it can't allow 2 people, but I think we'll be fine.
I think we'll be okay. We just gotta skirt down the
We just gotta skirt.
dirt road for a little bit. Just don't crash. Let's see it, Steve. That's the brand combo. Oh, dude, this is actually the coolest scooter. Hello.
And then it lunged. The dog started chasing us down the trail, and I went full speed, hit the throttle, and took off.
Okay. Up here, bro. This place.
The next day took them to Route 44, where drivers claimed to see a red-haired phantom appear inside their cars. And finally, Hockomock Swamp, the ancient land of the dead, once feared by the Wampanoag tribe. There, their equipment spiked wildly. Objects were thrown from the darkness. Voices echoed in a language no one spoke. Orbs of light moved beneath the trees, captured on multiple cameras. Something unseen was responding to them and following them. See for yourself, the forest was alive that night.
What's up, guys? So we just made it to the southern western point of the Bridgewater Triangle. We're parked here at this gas station right next to Route 44, which we're gonna drive down to. And it's haunted by this red-haired ghost. People have reported of seeing this figure appearing out of nowhere. And the scary thing is, it even appears inside your car.
Oh, yeah, check back there. All right, remember, we look back here now, there's no one. So if we look back there later, there's a problem.
Freaking out.
Hockomock Swamp.
You know what Hockomock means?
What does it mean? What do you know?
It means land of the dead, or land of the spirits.
Yikes. It's like, it's like Aokigahara.
What's with that indent?
Dude. Right behind the tree, we ran over to it, it was gone. Why is it indented? It's like gonna...
Looks like someone's trying to cut it. Oh, I think your night vision thing's dying because it's flashing.
Oh, what the? Holy no. Holy.
All right, I confirmed something was literally following us.
When Steve uploaded the footage, it caused a massive stir across the paranormal community. Forums exploded with theories, and even skeptics admitted something about that video felt disturbingly real. Some say it's fear, others believe the Bridgewater Triangle has awakened once more. If this story pulled you into the darkness, hit like, share your thoughts below. Have you ever been to a place that felt haunted? And whatever you do, don't wander into the woods alone. Because next final video, we're heading to Colorado, down a forgotten mountain road carved through silence and stone. Locals say it remembers every scream, and one man decided to drive it alone. Our final story tonight comes from Trent the Traveler, the man behind the YouTube channel of the same name, known for transforming van life into cinematic journeys through America's most isolated and mysterious landscapes. But on June 11th, 2023, Trent released a video titled Van Life Camping on Haunted Forest Road. It wasn't just another travel vlog. It became one of his most talked about uploads, drawing over 3 million views within weeks and sparking intense debate across the van life and paranormal communities. In that video, Trent set out to spend a night completely alone on Phantom Canyon Road, a remote dirt trail winding through the Colorado mountains. Once a railway line in the 1800s that carried passengers and gold between Canyon City and Victor, it's now a stretch of road locals refuse to travel after sunset. Trent thought he was heading into another adventure for his viewers. But some roads don't just take you somewhere, they take something from you.
Hi everyone, my name is Trent and I live and travel
out of my van all across North America, and along my travels, I often stumble upon creepy, abandoned, or even haunted places. And today, I am traveling through the mountains of Colorado, specifically on a road called Phantom Canyon Road. This is a road that was once a railroad system in the 1800s that transported passengers and gold from Canyon City to Victor, Colorado. And while that general synopsis may not sound very spooky to you, there is a reason why the locals call this road Phantom Canyon Road. And today I'm going to explore some of those stories while I camp in this supposed haunted forest alone.
As night fell, he parked his van near a rushing creek surrounded by the whispering pines. The canyon's silence was thick, almost breathing. He lit a small fire, his dog Millie resting by his side, and began sharing the region's grim history. Tales of miners lost in violent strikes, prisoners seen walking long after execution, and voices echoing where no one stands. Then, a sound broke through the fire's crackle. Footsteps just beyond the light. He froze. "It's just the wind," he whispered, but the wind shouldn't whisper back.
Oh. There's a turnoff right here. This might be our spot. Okay, yeah, this looks promising. I'm gonna check this out. I thought I heard something moving over here.
Later that night, he wandered down the road with a flashlight in hand, his beam cutting through the suffocating dark. Ahead, a tunnel carved into the mountain, its mouth yawning like an open grave. He stepped inside. Watch closely. The air changed. Then came the faint sound of singing, human but distorted. Bats erupted from the ceiling, their wings slicing the silence. He exhaled, laughing nervously. But when he returned to his van, thud, something slammed into the side panel. No footprints, no wind, just the canyon, listening.
Wow. This is both incredibly creepy and beautiful at the same time. It's so weird to just like stumble upon too. It literally sounds like people singing. Oh, it's just some other people camping. All right. Want to make me some tea? Okay. I hope the camera picked it up, but I just heard a thud outside. I just turned on my light outside my sliding door. I don't see anything out the windows. It sounded like something hit my van.
When morning came, the forest looked harmless again, sunlight spilling through the trees, birdsong replacing the dread. Trent filmed his outro, smiling through the unease. "It felt like the road didn't want me there," he said softly. When he uploaded the footage, it didn't just entertain. It set the community on fire. Viewers claimed to see faces in the shadows, hear whispers buried in the audio. Skeptics called it coincidence. Believers called it proof. Either way, Phantom Canyon Road had spoken. If this video made you glance into the darkness just to make sure you're alone, hit that like button and tell us in the comments, would you dare to spend a night on Phantom Canyon Road?